All right. Hi, everybody. So, as you can see, we have 4 problems here. And they look similar except for one thing, the signs, right? Here we have addition, here we have subtraction, here we have no operation symbol, and here we have a fraction bar. So if these are addition and subtraction, then that means this one over here. Whenever you don't see any operation sign in between the number and the variable, that means it's multiplication. So this is 6 times c. Okay, so that's 6 times c, and the fraction bar is another way of saying division. So this is d divided by 5. D divided by 5. All right. So we're gonna work on these 4 problems, but let's not just focus on all of them all at once. We're gonna focus on one at a time. Okay. So don't worry about those other 3. Let's focus on number 1 first. So we have a plus c equals 13. A plus c equals 13. So what we want to do is we want to do the opposite of the operation that we have here. The opposite of addition is subtraction. So this is the subtraction property. So we're going to subtract 7 from the left side of the equal sign. But since we subtract 7 on the left side, we also have to subtract 7 on the right side. All right, so whatever we do on one side of the equal sign, we have to do on the other side as well. So we have a plus 7, and then we have minus 7. So 7 minus 7 is 0. Okay, so these cancel out. And we're going to bring down that equal sign, and we bring down the a as well. A equals 13 minus 7 is going to give us 6. And there we go. So that's our answer. A equals 6. Now, what we can do to check that, all right, is we can plug that 6 back into the original problem. All right, so I'm going to put check here. And instead of A, I'm going to replace that A with a 6. And let's see what happens. So 6 plus 7. All right, so 6 plus 7 is 13 equals 13. Yay. That works out. Good. All right. So that is the first one. And now let's look at the next one. Here we have 8 equals b minus 12. Now notice that the operation is on the other side of the equation of the equal sign. It doesn't matter which side it's on. So we want to get that b by itself just like we did in the first problem. So we want to do the opposite operation, the inverse operation. Opposite of subtracting 12 is adding 12. So we're going to add 12 to both sides. Add 12 to the right side of the equal sign, right? The right side is the right side, and we have the left side here. So we're going to add 12 on the left side as well. All right, and negative 12 plus 12, that's going to give us 0. So these cancel out. And we're going to bring down this b equals 8 plus 12 is 20. Ta-dum! And that's our answer. Now we can check that as well by plugging it in. All right, we're going to substitute 20 for b. So 8 equals b minus 12. And instead of b, we're going to put 20. So 8 equals 20 minus 12. And 20 minus 12 is 8. They're the same. So 8 is 8. We want them to be the same. So there we go. That's our first two. Alright. So let's look at this next one. This one is negative 42 equals 6c, or negative 42 equals 6 times c. So we want to do the opposite operation. The inverse operation of multiplication is division. So we want to get rid of this 6. We want to get the c by itself. We always want to get the variable by itself. So we're going to divide. Opposite of multiplying by 6 is dividing by 6. And remember, division is just a fraction bar. So we're going to put fraction bar and then 6 underneath. And we're going to do it to both sides, the right side and the left side. Okay. So 6 divided by 6 is 1. So these cancel out. We have 1c. 1c. We don't need to write 1 for coefficients. So just 1c equals, and then negative 42 divided by 6. A negative divided by a positive is a negative. And 42 divided by 6 is 7. Ta-dum. And are we done? Yes, but let's check. Checking is good. So here, we're going to take the original equation, negative 42 equals 6 times c. And our c was negative 7, so we're going to substitute negative 7 there. And since we have a number and another number, not the variable anymore, I'm going to put parentheses or a multiplication symbol. Okay. So I'm putting parentheses because of the negative there, but if I didn't have that negative, I would just put the multiplication symbol. All right, so we have 6 times negative 7. Use your calculators if you need to. You get negative 42. Ta-da! Perfect. All right, and the last one, we have d divided by 5 equals 9. D divided by 5 equals 9. So the opposite of division is multiplication. So we're going to multiply 5 on both sides. So what we do is we put the multiplication symbol on the left side and on the right side. And we're going to put 5. So times 5 and times 5. Notice how that 5 is in the middle. Well, it's supposed to be in the middle. Looks like it's underneath, but it's in the middle. All right, so we have 5 divided by 5 again is 1. So we have 1d again. Okay, inverse operations cancel each other out. So we have d equals 9 times 5 is 45. Ta-dum. And let's check just to make sure it's correct. So d divided by 5 equals 9. Instead of d, we're going to put 45 divided by 5. Is it 9? It is. Yay! So 9 equals 9. And that's it. All right, so that is one-step equations.